Now we can get on to the main event, magic items. But wait, in Pathfinder, you don't always have magic items. You have magic runes, which you then put on your magic items. The benefit of a rune is that you can put it on any of your magic weapons, or armor if it's an armor rune. That means you can even put it on that nice sword that you inherited from your grandma, even though it's not a very good sword. Runes are often split up into two categories, fundamental runes and property runes. However, personally, I like to split runes up into three categories. Rooms, garages, and furniture. You know, the furniture is the cool stuff. That's where we get the cool runes, like the flaming rune. But unfortunately, if you want somewhere to put your furniture, you need a room. This is the category that the potency runes go in. In order to put a super cool property rune on your weapon, you have to first make sure you have a high enough potency rune. A potency rune gives you a benefit, a +1 to attack or armor. That would be you guessed it, an item bonus. The number associated with your potency rune tells you how many cool property runes you can put on that weapon or armor. But we also have this third category, garages. Garages are another kind of fundamental rune. You don't put furniture in a garage, but you don't need to put your garage in a room either. These include striking runes for weapons, which give you a bonus to damage, or resilient runes for armor, which gives you a bonus to saving throws. So how do we put our runes into a weapon? In order to do that, you need the crafting feat and the magical crafting feat. Then before you start etching the rune onto the weapon or armor, you need to know 4 things. First, the price of the formula for that rune, unless you already have it. The price of the rune, or the desired item if you're going to craft something else. Then you need to know a ratio, the day per gold crafting ratio for your level and proficiency. It'll be on a table in the rulebook. If you want to be extra prepared, then you can also figure out the day to gold crafting ratio for the level 1 above yours. This will all make sense in a second. Let's see how to etch a rune onto a weapon with an example. First, we need to know the price of the rune. In a case of a potency rune, it's 35 gold. First, you have to pay half of that cost for raw materials. In this case, 17 gold and 5 silver. Then it takes 4 days of crafting. After 4 days, you make a crafting check. This is where you see if you succeed in etching the rune onto the weapon. If you succeed, then you have a choice to make. You still have to pay the remaining 17.5 gold, but it's your choice if you want to pay that value in gold directly and get your rune right away, or pay it in days. In other words, spend longer to craft the item, but make it cost less. That's where you need your day to gold ratio. It's based on your level and your crafting proficiency. Then you can figure out how many days it takes to craft based on the remaining gold. The cool part is you can spend any number of days you want to reduce the gold value remaining and then pay the rest in gold. A cheaper option is to transfer the rune from another weapon, or runestone. A runestone is just a way to give you a cheap rune. To transfer a rune, you only have to pay 10% of the value of the rune. Then instead of 4 days, it only costs 1 day. If you're transferring a rune from a runestone, it actually doesn't cost anything. Runes are fun, but it's not the only type of magic item you might come across. There are plenty of magic items that are just magic items. No runes involved at all. However, you can only have 10 on you at one time. This is called investiture. This includes an armor with a rune, but for some reason it does not include a weapon with a rune.